Stranger Things Season 5 is the climactic final installment of the iconic Netflix series that has captured the imagination of audiences around the world since its debut in 2016. Created by the Duffer brothers, Matt and Ross, the series quickly became a cultural phenomenon, celebrated for its intricate blend of 1980s nostalgia, science fiction, horror, and heartfelt character development. The series has consistently combined supernatural suspense with deeply human stories of friendship, love, and resilience, and Season 5 promises to bring all of these elements to a powerful conclusion. Set in the small, fictional town of Hawkins, Indiana, the story picks up following the harrowing events of Season 4, where the town was left scarred by rifts in reality that allowed the Upside Down to encroach upon the normal world. Season 5 continues the tale of a group of young friends, now in their late teens and early adulthood, who must confront the lingering horrors of the Upside Down while also grappling with the ordinary challenges of growing up. The season represents not just a continuation of the supernatural storyline but a culmination of years of character arcs, personal growth, and unresolved mysteries. The town of Hawkins itself serves as more than just a backdrop, it is a character in its own right, reflecting the consequences of past events and the tension between innocence and the encroaching darkness. In Season 5, Hawkins remains under the shadow of the Upside Down, with supernatural disturbances continuing to threaten the fragile peace. The government's involvement, which has been a constant undercurrent since the series' inception, intensifies as authorities try to contain the supernatural chaos, often with morally ambiguous tactics. The series continues to explore the consequences of experimentation, secrecy, and the human desire to control forces beyond comprehension. At the heart of this story are familiar faces, 11, whose psychic abilities remain a crucial force against the emerging threats, Mike, her loyal friend and ally, Dustin, Lucas, Will, and Max, each bringing their own unique strengths and vulnerabilities to the battle against evil, and a cast of supporting characters including Nancy, Jonathan, Steve, Robin, and Hopper, all of whom have matured alongside the younger protagonists and are now integral to the resolution of the town's supernatural crises. The overarching threat of Season 5 is Vecna, the malevolent force introduced in the previous season, whose origins, motivations, and ultimate plan continue to be shrouded in mystery. The narrative gradually reveals more about the Upside Down itself, its connection to Hawkins, and the consequences of opening portals between the two dimensions. As the protagonists confront these dangers, the season delves deeper into the mythology of the Upside Down, uncovering secrets about its creation, its purpose, and its capacity for destruction. Each character's arc is intertwined with these larger forces, with personal stakes that heighten the tension and emotional resonance of the story. Season 5 also emphasizes themes of sacrifice, loyalty, and the bonds of friendship, exploring how these relationships sustain the characters in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. The Duffer brothers, in interviews and promotional material, have described this season as a return to the roots of the show while simultaneously expanding its scale, promising a final chapter that is both intimate and epic, blending horror, suspense, and heartfelt drama in equal measure. The cast of Season 5 remains largely consistent with previous seasons, allowing fans to witness the growth and evolution of beloved characters. Millie Bobby Brown reprises her role as 11, whose journey from a frightened child with extraordinary powers to a confident young adult continues to be central to the narrative. Finn Wolfhard returns as Mike Wheeler, whose unwavering support and emotional depth provide an anchor for 11 and the rest of the group. Gaten Matarazzo, Caleb McLaughlin, Noah Schnapp, and Sadie Sink return as Dustin, Lucas, Will, and Max, respectively, each bringing their distinct personalities and growth into the final confrontation with Vecna and the Upside Down. Supporting characters such as Winona Ryder's Joyce Byers, David Harbour's Jim Hopper, Natalia Dyer's Nancy Wheeler, Charlie Heaton's Jonathan Byers, Joe Keery's Steve Harrington, and Maya Hawke's Robin Buckley continue to play pivotal roles, demonstrating courage, ingenuity, and resilience as they assist the younger heroes. The ensemble cast is further strengthened by new additions and guest appearances, introducing fresh dynamics and perspectives that enrich the narrative. Among these are Linda Hamilton, taking on a new role as Dr. K, and other new faces whose involvement hints at broader connections to the mysteries of Hawkins and the Upside Down. Production of Season 5 reflects the scale and ambition of a show that has become a defining series for Netflix. Filming reportedly took place over several months, with high budgets allocated for set design, special effects, and intricate storytelling. The visual representation of the Upside Down continues to impress, combining practical effects with CGI to create an environment that is both terrifying and captivating. The Duffer Brothers, along with executive producers Sean Levy and Dan Cohen, have maintained a consistent vision throughout the series, ensuring that the final season preserves the tone, pacing, and emotional impact that have made Stranger Things a critical and commercial success. Cinematography, music, and design all contribute to a cohesive aesthetic that evokes the 1980s while simultaneously portraying the otherworldly threats of the Upside Down, creating a uniquely immersive experience for viewers. Netflix has opted to release Season 5 in multiple volumes, a strategy designed to heighten anticipation and allow audiences to experience the story in suspenseful segments. Volume 1, released in late November 2025, introduced the initial episodes, establishing the heightened stakes and setting the stage for the final confrontations. Volume 2, scheduled for release on Christmas Day 2025, continues the narrative escalation, with increasing tension, emotional stakes, and dramatic twists. The final episode, dropping on December 31, 2025, promises to conclude the story arcs of the main characters, resolve the overarching threat of Vecna, and provide a definitive conclusion to the saga of Hawkins. The staggered release has generated excitement and speculation among fans, who are eager to see how the complex web of supernatural and personal storylines reaches its resolution. Marketing for Season 5 has been extensive, including teasers, trailers, and promotional material that highlight both the horror elements and the emotional stakes of the final season. Trailers emphasize the growing intensity of the conflict with Vecna, the increasing instability of the Upside Down, and the personal challenges facing each character. Promotional images and interviews reinforce the themes of friendship, courage, and sacrifice, reminding audiences that while the stakes are supernatural in scale, the heart of Stranger Things has always been the humanity of its characters. Music, a vital component of the series' 1980s aesthetic, continues to play a key role, with both nostalgic tracks and original compositions enhancing the mood, suspense, and emotional resonance of the season. The narrative of Season 5 also examines the consequences of past choices, highlighting how each character has been shaped by prior events. Eleven's journey continues to explore the balance between power and responsibility, trauma and resilience, while other characters confront personal fears, past mistakes, and unresolved conflicts. Themes of trust, loyalty, and redemption run throughout the season, reinforcing the idea that the bonds formed in childhood can endure even in the face of extraordinary challenges. These narrative layers add depth to the story, ensuring that the final season is not only thrilling in terms of supernatural suspense but also emotionally compelling and narratively satisfying. In summary, Stranger Things Season 5 represents the culmination of a decade-long journey for its characters and audience alike. It promises to deliver a rich blend of horror, science fiction, drama, and nostalgia, while providing closure to long-running storylines and character arcs. From the unfolding mysteries of the Upside Down to the personal growth of beloved characters, the season offers a deeply immersive and emotionally resonant experience. Fans can expect suspenseful plot twists, intense supernatural confrontations, heartfelt moments of friendship and love, and a satisfying conclusion that honors the legacy of the series. With a talented cast, visionary creators, and high production values, Season 5 is poised to be a landmark event in contemporary television, cementing Stranger Things as one of the defining series of its era. As the narrative unfolds further in Season 5, each character is given opportunities to confront their personal demons while contributing to the collective effort to save Hawkins and, by extension, the world. Eleven's journey is particularly central, as she grapples not only with the immediate threat of Vecna but also with her own identity and past traumas. Her powers, once unstable and unpredictable, have matured, yet they require a delicate balance of emotional control and mental focus. Throughout the season, viewers witness Eleven confronting memories of her time at Hawkins' lab, her struggles with feeling different, and her desire to protect those she loves. These sequences provide insight into her vulnerability and resilience, emphasizing that true strength often comes from facing one's own fears rather than simply confronting external threats. Mike Wheeler, as Eleven's steadfast partner and close friend, demonstrates growth in his emotional maturity. While his loyalty and courage have been established in previous seasons, Season 5 explores the depth of his patience, empathy, and leadership qualities. He becomes a stabilizing force for the group, often mediating conflicts, providing encouragement, and serving as a moral anchor when tensions rise. His interactions with Eleven and other members of the group highlight the series' recurring theme of the importance of interpersonal bonds in overcoming seemingly insurmountable challenges. Mike's arc reinforces the idea that courage is intertwined with emotional intelligence and that leadership often requires compassion as much as decisiveness. Max Mayfield's storyline in Season 5 is among the most emotionally charged. She continues to grapple with grief and survivor's guilt from previous seasons, particularly events that affected her and her friends. Her journey involves learning to channel her emotions productively while maintaining her courage and resolve. Max's arc emphasizes the delicate interplay between personal healing and heroic action, showing that the ability to confront external dangers is inextricably linked to internal emotional processing. Her relationships with other characters, including Eleven and Lucas, are tested and strengthened, underscoring the season's focus on the resilience that emerges from supportive friendships. Lucas Sinclair and Dustin Henderson both experience growth through practical problem-solving and bravery. Lucas confronts his own fears and doubts, stepping into leadership roles when necessary, while Dustin continues to display his trademark ingenuity, often devising creative solutions to complex problems involving both technology and strategy. Erica Sinclair, whose presence has been increasingly prominent in recent seasons, showcases resourcefulness and courage, frequently turning the tide in critical situations. These arcs collectively reinforce the ensemble nature of the series, demonstrating that heroism is not limited to a single protagonist but is distributed among a diverse group of individuals who contribute in unique and meaningful ways. Steve Harrington and Robin Buckley continue to provide both comic relief and essential strategic support. Their cleverness, resourcefulness, and emotional insight often uncover critical information or facilitate key maneuvers in confronting Vecna and the threats of the Upside Down. Their presence highlights the series' ability to balance humor with suspense, using moments of levity to reinforce camaraderie and human connection amidst increasingly dire circumstances. Secondary characters, including Murray Bauman, Karen Wheeler, and Holly Wheeler, further enrich the narrative by connecting past plotlines with current events and providing additional perspectives that contribute to a more layered and immersive story. Vecna's role as the antagonist reaches unprecedented levels of complexity and terror. His abilities are explored in greater depth, revealing not only his power to manipulate the physical world but also his capacity to exploit psychological vulnerabilities. Episodes illustrate how he targets the fears, insecurities, and traumas of individual characters, forcing them to confront the darkest aspects of themselves. This psychological component heightens suspense and emphasizes that the battle against Vecna is as much about personal courage and emotional resilience as it is about supernatural combat. The series' portrayal of Vecna balances horror and narrative purpose, ensuring that he remains both terrifying and integral to the thematic depth of the story. The Upside Down itself is treated almost as a character in Season 5, with its dynamic and malevolent presence influencing events and shaping the environment in ways that are unpredictable and dangerous. The creators expand on its origins, rules, and connections to the real world, providing long-awaited answers to questions posed in earlier seasons. Its depiction blends practical effects with digital enhancements, creating sequences that are both visually stunning and narratively meaningful. The interplay between Hawkins and the Upside Down is depicted with escalating tension, as the rifts widen and threaten to merge the two realities, heightening both narrative stakes and visual spectacle. Emotional highlights abound throughout the season. Moments of sacrifice, reconciliation, and courage provide a counterbalance to the suspense and horror. Characters are forced to make difficult decisions, often placing the safety of others above their own well-being. These sequences underscore the series' thematic commitment to friendship, loyalty, and moral integrity. By intertwining emotional stakes with supernatural threats, Season 5 ensures that viewers remain invested not only in the resolution of plotlines but also in the personal journeys of characters they have grown attached to over nearly a decade. The series finale, The Right Side Up, brings together multiple narrative threads in a culmination that is both dramatic and emotionally satisfying. Long-standing mysteries regarding the origins of Vecna, the mechanics of the Upside Down, and the ultimate fates of major characters are addressed in a manner that is coherent, impactful, and emotionally resonant. The finale balances action, suspense, and reflection, allowing characters to confront their fears, acknowledge their growth, and achieve resolution. Themes of sacrifice, courage, and unity are foreground, providing a sense of closure while honoring the journey of each protagonist. From a production standpoint, Season 5 exemplifies high-caliber television craftsmanship. The coordination of visual effects, practical sets, stunt sequences, and character-driven scenes reflects meticulous planning and execution. Cinematography, sound design, and lighting reinforce narrative tone, creating immersive experiences that enhance suspense and emotional impact. Costume and set details not only reflect the late 1980s setting but also mirror character development and narrative progression. These elements collectively contribute to a cohesive and immersive storytelling experience that blends spectacle with intimate character moments. Critically and commercially, Season 5 has cemented Stranger Things' legacy as a cultural phenomenon. Viewership records were broken across multiple regions, and fan engagement on social media, forums, and conventions reached unprecedented levels. The series' ability to maintain suspense, deliver emotional resonance, and expand its mythology has been lauded, affirming the Duffer Brothers' vision for a satisfying conclusion. Fans have praised the balance of horror, nostalgia, action, and emotional depth, noting that the series successfully honors its roots while evolving to meet the demands of its final chapter. In summary, Stranger Things Season 5 offers an expansive, detailed, and emotionally rich conclusion to the series. By weaving together supernatural suspense, character development, historical context, and thematic exploration, the season provides an experience that is both thrilling and deeply resonant. The arcs of Eleven, Mike, Max, Lucas, Dustin, and the ensemble cast are given meaningful resolutions, while the narrative intricacies of the Upside Down and Vecna are fully realized. The finale serves as both a climax to the supernatural conflict and a celebration of the relationships, growth, and courage that have defined the series. Through meticulous production, compelling performances, and innovative storytelling, Season 5 cements Stranger Things as a landmark in modern television, offering a conclusion that is as emotionally powerful as it is visually spectacular, leaving an enduring legacy in both popular culture and the hearts of its global audience. In addition to the main ensemble, Stranger Things Season 5 devotes significant narrative attention to minor characters whose roles, while sometimes subtle, are essential to the depth and coherence of the story. Characters such as Erica Sinclair, previously known for her comic relief and sharp wit, are elevated to crucial participants in the battle against the Upside Down. Her intelligence, resourcefulness, and courage allow her to navigate complex situations, providing both critical assistance and moments of levity that balance the darker elements of the season. Similarly, Murray Bauman's investigative prowess and relentless curiosity make him an indispensable ally in unraveling government secrets and the underlying mechanics of the Upside Down. These supporting characters not only complement the main cast but also serve as mirrors to the core themes of the series, highlighting how courage and ingenuity can emerge from unexpected sources, reinforcing the message that heroism is distributed across the ensemble rather than confined to a few central figures. Throughout the season, the visual and atmospheric design of Hawkins and the Upside Down plays a central role in shaping viewer experience. Early scenes depict the town in a state of uneasy normalcy, with familiar locations such as the Hawkins High School, the Byers' residence, and the local arcade serving as touchstones of the characters' ordinary lives. This normalcy is deliberately juxtaposed with increasingly surreal incursions from the Upside Down, creating tension through contrast. The visual effects team developed intricate sequences to show the encroachment of the otherworldly dimension, using a combination of CGI and practical effects to depict mutated creatures, environmental distortions, and the pervasive influence of Vecna. Lighting design frequently shifts to heighten suspense, with shadows, muted color palettes, and sudden visual anomalies signaling the presence of supernatural threats. Camera techniques, including dynamic tracking shots and strategic framing, immerse viewers in both the characters' emotional experiences and the physical danger surrounding them. The season's cinematography emphasizes both scale and intimacy, alternating between sweeping visuals of the Upside Down's expansive horrors and close-up depictions of individual emotional moments, thereby reinforcing the duality of fear and human resilience that defines the series. Scene construction in Season 5 is meticulous, blending tension, emotional resonance, and narrative complexity. Key sequences demonstrate the writer's skill in intertwining personal stakes with external conflict. For instance, moments where Eleven confronts Vecna without her powers combine psychological tension with physical peril, underscoring themes of identity, courage, and determination. The interactions between Mike and Eleven are carefully choreographed to highlight emotional intimacy, while simultaneously placing them within the broader, perilous context of the Upside Down's growing threat. Action sequences involving Dustin, Lucas, Steve, and other ensemble members balance humor, heroism, and suspense, offering relief from sustained tension while maintaining narrative momentum. These sequences frequently include layered visual storytelling, with multiple simultaneous events conveying both strategic maneuvering and the unpredictability of supernatural danger. The seamless integration of these elements allows the season to maintain a rhythm that is both engaging and emotionally resonant, keeping audiences invested in the outcomes for both individual characters and the broader ensemble. Production anecdotes from Season 5 reveal the immense dedication and collaborative effort required to deliver such a complex narrative. Filming often involved elaborate stunts, including wire work, pyrotechnics, and choreographed sequences designed to depict characters navigating hazardous environments or engaging with supernatural entities. Actors were trained extensively to ensure both safety and authenticity in their performances, while the crew coordinated intricate camera movements to capture dynamic perspectives that enhanced narrative immersion. Practical sets were meticulously designed to evoke the late 1980s, incorporating period-accurate props, signage, and environmental details, while digital effects augmented these environments to depict the intrusion of the Upside Down and otherworldly phenomena. Costume designers carefully recreated clothing styles and character-specific outfits, reinforcing continuity and character identity while reflecting the cultural and temporal setting. The composers, Dixon and Stein, expanded the musical palette for the final season, incorporating tension-building motifs, atmospheric textures, and emotionally resonant themes that accentuated both suspense and intimate character moments. Sound design integrated diegetic and non-diegetic elements, blending creature sounds, environmental distortions, and atmospheric cues to heighten tension and immerse viewers in the narrative landscape. Fan engagement and theory speculation played a significant role in the cultural reception of Season 5. Social media discussions, forums, and fan communities generated extensive analyses of plot predictions, character outcomes, and potential resolutions of unanswered questions from previous seasons. The Duffer Brothers and Netflix acknowledged fan theories in interviews, offering subtle confirmation or deliberate subversion, creating a dynamic interplay between creator intention and audience expectation. The release of trailers and promotional materials strategically amplified suspense while rewarding attentive viewers who had followed hints across prior seasons. Easter eggs, recurring motifs, and symbolic visual cues were included throughout episodes to provide continuity, deepen thematic resonance, and encourage close observation. This interactive dimension of fan engagement underscores Stranger Things' status as a participatory cultural phenomenon, in which the audience actively contributes to the interpretation and enjoyment of the narrative while the creators maintain narrative control to deliver an ultimately satisfying resolution. The emotional impact of Season 5 is amplified by the careful balance of suspense, horror, and character-driven drama. Moments of personal revelation are interwoven with high-stakes confrontations, creating tension that is both narrative and emotional. Scenes depicting character sacrifice, confrontations with moral dilemmas, and the consequences of past decisions provide catharsis and reinforce the series' thematic core. Eleven's ultimate confrontation with Vecna, framed by the narrative culmination of her personal growth, exemplifies this synthesis of internal and external conflict. Supporting characters, such as Max, Dustin, Lucas, and Robin, experience parallel arcs of growth and resolution, ensuring that the ensemble's journey is cohesive and impactful. These emotional beats are underscored by the series' signature use of music, lighting, and cinematography, creating immersive moments that resonate with viewers on multiple levels. The narrative trajectory is carefully calibrated to build suspense while allowing for reflective pauses that emphasize the human stakes behind the supernatural conflict. Season 5's resolution addresses the broader mythology of the Upside Down, revealing its origins, purpose, and connection to Hawkins. The government's role, previously shrouded in secrecy, is clarified, highlighting the ethical dilemmas and human consequences of scientific ambition and institutional control. The fate of Vecna is revealed in a manner that ties together his backstory, motivations, and the series-long narrative arc, providing both closure and dramatic tension. Characters' decisions, sacrifices, and actions are given meaningful consequences, ensuring that narrative threads from earlier seasons are acknowledged and resolved. The final sequences depict a restored sense of normalcy in Hawkins, tempered by the acknowledgement of the extraordinary events that have shaped the characters' lives. The series concludes on a note of emotional resonance, emphasizing friendship, courage, and the enduring capacity for hope in the face of darkness. Through its combination of suspense, character development, and mythological depth, Season 5 delivers a comprehensive and satisfying conclusion to the Stranger Things saga. Season 5 also emphasizes the concept of legacy and the consequences of past actions, a theme that has gradually become central to the series' overarching narrative. The events of earlier seasons, from Hawkins' lab's experiments to the initial breaches between dimensions, have set in motion consequences that reverberate across multiple characters and locations. The final season examines how these past actions shape present circumstances, creating both opportunities and challenges for the protagonists. The characters must navigate a world where choices made long ago continue to influence outcomes, underscoring the series' attention to continuity and cause-and-effect storytelling. This focus on legacy also extends to the younger generation, whose experiences are heavily informed by the actions of adults, creating a multigenerational narrative dynamic that enriches the thematic complexity of the series. One of the notable innovations in Season 5 is the exploration of psychic and supernatural abilities beyond Eleven's power set. Will Byers' psychic sensitivity, Eleven's mastery of telekinesis, and Callie's involvement expand the metaphysical framework of the show. These powers are portrayed not merely as tools for defeating villains but as extensions of the characters' emotional states, personal growth, and relational bonds. By linking supernatural ability to character development, the season reinforces the idea that internal strength, resilience, and emotional intelligence are as important as external skill in overcoming adversity. This narrative choice deepens engagement, giving viewers insight into the psychological dimensions of the characters' struggles and victories. The climactic confrontation with Vecna represents the apex of both narrative and technical achievement in Season 5. This confrontation unfolds across multiple locations, often simultaneously, and combines practical effects, computer-generated imagery, and complex choreography to deliver a cinematic spectacle. The sequence is notable not only for its visual impact but also for the way it integrates character arcs, emotional stakes, and thematic resolution. Each major character contributes strategically and emotionally, with individual skills and relationships influencing the outcome of the conflict. The resolution of Vecna's threat is both literal, in terms of defeating a villain, and symbolic, representing the triumph of human resilience, courage, and empathy over malevolent forces. The careful orchestration of this sequence reflects the creator's commitment to storytelling coherence, emotional satisfaction, and spectacle. Season 5 also maintains the series' long-standing commitment to the integration of humor and levity within high-stakes narratives. While the stakes are greater and the threats more severe than in previous seasons, moments of comic relief and character-driven humor continue to provide balance. Dustin's wit, Lucas's playful banter, Steve's awkward heroism, and Erica's sharp observations serve to alleviate tension and humanize the narrative. These elements ensure that the series remains accessible and engaging, even as it confronts increasingly dark and complex subject matter, and underscore the creator's understanding of tonal balance as a key component of audience engagement. The interpersonal dynamics in Season 5 are further enriched by the inclusion of new relationships and expanded roles for secondary characters. Dr. K, played by Linda Hamilton, introduces both authority and tension, providing scientific and strategic insights while challenging established character assumptions. Holly Wheeler and other new younger characters bring fresh perspectives, highlighting generational contrasts and reinforcing the theme of mentorship and guidance. These new dynamics complement the established ensemble, allowing for interactions that are both surprising and narratively meaningful. The inclusion of diverse characters and roles also reflects a commitment to a richer and more inclusive narrative universe, ensuring that the story resonates with a broad audience. In terms of storytelling techniques, Season 5 continues the series' experimentation with suspense, cliffhangers, and nonlinear reveals. Key plot points are strategically withheld or revealed through multiple perspectives, encouraging viewers to actively engage with the narrative and speculate about outcomes. Flashbacks, dream sequences, and character recollections are used to provide context, deepen understanding, and heighten tension. These techniques enhance narrative complexity without sacrificing clarity, allowing the season to deliver both immediate suspense and long-term narrative payoff. The careful calibration of information, suspense, and character focus demonstrates the Duffer Brothers' mastery of serialized storytelling and their commitment to audience immersion. Season 5's exploration of the Upside Down extends beyond its immediate threat to Hawkins, introducing new dimensions and expanding the metaphysical stakes of the series. The creators reveal that the Upside Down is not a singular, static location but a dynamic, multi-layered reality with its own rules and logic. Encounters with entities beyond Vecna, environmental hazards, and shifting topography create challenges that are both physically and psychologically demanding for the characters. This expansion allows for imaginative set design, inventive visual effects, and narrative unpredictability, heightening suspense and providing fresh challenges for longtime viewers familiar with the series' earlier depictions of the alternate dimension. The complex interplay between dimensions also reinforces themes of interconnectedness, consequence, and the unknown, emphasizing the show's philosophical as well as entertainment value. The season also underscores the importance of memory, trauma, and healing. Characters are frequently confronted with past events, forcing them to reflect, reconcile, and grow. This introspective approach is particularly evident in Eleven's arc, as she revisits formative experiences, reconciles with losses, and embraces her identity and responsibilities. Will Byers' journey illustrates the lingering impact of trauma and the potential for empowerment through self-awareness and relational support. Similarly, Max's narrative emphasizes grief, recovery, and courage, reinforcing the series' consistent focus on the psychological as well as the supernatural. These character explorations are integrated seamlessly into action-driven plotlines, ensuring that emotional and thematic depth accompanies spectacle. Another notable aspect of Season 5 is its sophisticated use of tension and release. Action sequences, suspenseful chases, and confrontations with supernatural entities are balanced with quieter, reflective moments that emphasize character introspection, dialogue, and interpersonal dynamics. This rhythmic structuring allows for maximum engagement, ensuring that viewers experience heightened emotion and sustained investment without fatigue. The careful alternation of pacing also enables the season to build toward its climactic moments gradually, maximizing impact while preserving narrative clarity. The creator's attention to rhythm, tone, and pacing demonstrates a nuanced understanding of audience psychology and narrative mechanics. In addition to narrative and character focus, Season 5 pays careful attention to thematic and symbolic elements. Visual motifs, recurring imagery, and subtle symbolic references are employed to underscore central themes such as duality, identity, sacrifice, and the tension between normalcy and chaos. The use of color, lighting, and spatial composition often conveys psychological states, emotional stakes, and narrative foreshadowing. For instance, contrasting warm, grounded tones in Hawkins with cold, alien hues in the Upside Down reinforces thematic opposition between safety and threat, human resilience and supernatural danger. These symbolic elements enrich the viewing experience, inviting analysis and interpretation while supporting the season's narrative and emotional objectives. The season's conclusion also reflects a carefully considered approach to closure and narrative resolution. Long-standing mysteries are addressed, relationships reach satisfying conclusions, and the ultimate fate of Hawkins and its residents is revealed. The creators strike a balance between definitive endings and subtle open threads, allowing for reflective engagement while providing the audience with a sense of narrative satisfaction. The resolution honors the continuity of the series, acknowledges character growth, and delivers emotional payoffs that reward long-term viewer investment, ensuring that the finale is both climactic and meaningful. Stranger Things Season 5 opens with Hawkins still reeling from the devastating events of Season 4. The town shows visible scars, buildings are damaged, streets are deserted, and an air of unease pervades the community. The episode begins with Eleven in seclusion, recovering from her confrontation with Vecna. She is haunted by visions of the Upside Down and dreams that show fragmented glimpses of possible futures where Hawkins is fully consumed by the alternate dimension. These nightmares are interspersed with memories of her childhood at Hawkins' lab, her friendships with Mike, Lucas, and Dustin, and the traumas of losing friends and family along the way. Eleven struggles with controlling her powers, even simple telekinetic tasks require intense focus, and when she falters, objects around her respond unpredictably, hinting at the immense strain her body and mind are under. Callie appears in a vision, guiding her to harness emotional connections to enhance her abilities, emphasizing that true strength comes not just from raw power but from the trust and bonds she shares with her friends. Meanwhile, Mike, Lucas, Dustin, and Max are each adjusting to the relative peace after previous chaos. Mike continues to feel protective over Eleven, sensing that the threats are far from over. Lucas has taken on a leadership role among the group, helping coordinate responses to emerging threats while balancing his own fears. Dustin, ever curious and resourceful, has been tinkering with equipment to monitor residual upside-down activity, while Max struggles with the trauma inflicted by Vecna, experiencing flashbacks and panic attacks when confronted with familiar environments or triggers. Will Byers experiences disturbing premonitions and sensations of unease, feeling that the Upside Down is reaching into their world in ways that were previously impossible. This sets the tone for the season, a balance between human vulnerability, emotional tension, and supernatural horror. The first episode also introduces the Harbinger, a new creature in the Upside Down, which feeds on Vecna's lingering energy and accelerates dimensional instability. The Harbinger demonstrates intelligence and a disturbing ability to anticipate human behavior, preying on fear and exploiting weak points in the character's psychology. This early confrontation establishes the central conflict of the season. The Upside Down is no longer a passive, parallel dimension but an evolving, proactive threat capable of influencing both the environment and human minds. The group realizes that defeating Vecna alone will not be sufficient. They must also contain these new emergent threats and find a way to stabilize the rifts before Hawkins is fully consumed. In episodes 2 and 3, the narrative shifts to strategic planning. The group splits into smaller teams to cover more ground and handle multiple aspects of the crisis. Eleven, Mike, and Lucas focus on locating unstable rifts in Hawkins, navigating through partially destroyed neighborhoods while encountering residual effects of previous breaches. They discover areas where gravity and reality fluctuate, witnessing objects defying physics, shadows moving independently, and echoes of the Upside Down manifesting in the human world. Eleven struggles to maintain control over these manifestations, occasionally losing consciousness and entering a psychic state where she interacts directly with the Upside Down, further highlighting her vulnerability and the growing stakes. Simultaneously, Dustin, Robin, and Erica investigate government surveillance data, hacking into local Department of Energy networks to uncover hidden experiments that may reveal weaknesses in Vecna's influence. They uncover files detailing previously undisclosed experiments conducted at Hawkins' lab, including notes on Vecna's early life, the enhancement of psychic abilities in children, and previous containment failures. Erica proves instrumental in navigating security systems, while Dustin and Robin decipher codes and interpret cryptic records. Their findings confirm that Vecna has been manipulating not only Hawkins' residents but also global events through psychic influence, making him a threat far larger than anticipated. This revelation expands the scope of danger and underscores the urgency for the group to act collectively. Max, grappling with her trauma, demonstrates resilience by undertaking reconnaissance missions with Lucas, showing courage despite her fears. She experiences moments of heightened sensitivity to the upside down, often sensing creatures before they appear, making her an essential component of the team's strategy. Will, who had been relatively passive in previous seasons, emerges as a key figure, using his telepathic connection to detect disturbances in the upside down. Episodes 2 and 3 explore his internal conflict as he learns to navigate his powers, balancing fear with responsibility. These sequences emphasize the series' ongoing theme that ordinary human qualities, courage, friendship, and empathy, are as critical as supernatural abilities in combating the horrors they face. Meanwhile, Hopper and Joyce take on a tactical role, coordinating civilian evacuations and monitoring military activity in Hawkins. Hopper forms a tenuous alliance with certain Department of Energy operatives, exploiting their knowledge while remaining wary of their motives. Joyce continues to provide guidance and emotional support, ensuring the younger characters can focus on their missions. Together, they confront both bureaucratic obstruction and supernatural chaos, illustrating the blending of adult and youth perspectives that has been a hallmark of the series. The tension escalates as the Harbinger begins attacking key areas in Hawkins, displaying strategic aggression that forces the characters to act quickly. 11 enters the Upside Down multiple times to gather intelligence, encountering distorted landscapes that blend familiar Hawkins locations with grotesque transformations. These sequences are visually harrowing, streets bend, buildings twist, and shadowy creatures lurk just beyond sight. 11's psychic link with the group allows her to communicate discoveries and warnings, but the strain of these excursions pushes her to her limits, emphasizing the cost of heroism. The first 3 episodes close with the group recognizing the scope of the threat. Vecna is more powerful than ever, the Upside Down is expanding, and the town is on the brink of irreversible catastrophe. Season 5 of Stranger Things unfolds over multiple volumes, with each episode contributing layers of suspense, emotional depth, and narrative complexity. The opening episodes re-establish the fractured status quo following the events of Season 4. Hawkins is a town on edge, its residents aware that something ominous is rising from the Upside Down. The Duffer Brothers utilize this tension to immerse viewers in both the everyday lives of the characters and the extraordinary challenges they face. Early episodes emphasize character relationships, revealing how friendships and alliances have matured, while also setting the stage for confrontations with supernatural forces. 11's return to Hawkins is portrayed with a combination of anticipation and anxiety, illustrating her internal struggle with power, responsibility, and the lingering trauma from her past encounters with Vecna. As the season progresses, the narrative intensifies, alternating between the perspectives of different characters to provide a comprehensive understanding of the stakes. The middle episodes focus heavily on strategy, as the group learns more about the nature of Vecna's abilities and the expanding rifts. These episodes combine moments of high tension with intricate problem-solving, showcasing the ingenuity of characters like Dustin, Lucas, and Erica. Practical effects, suspenseful camera work, and atmospheric sound design are used to create a palpable sense of danger. The upside-down sequences are particularly notable, blending horror with metaphorical significance, often visualizing characters' fears in disturbing yet visually stunning ways. These sequences demonstrate the series' continued mastery of suspenseful storytelling and its ability to balance terror with narrative purpose. New characters introduced in Season 5 are integrated seamlessly, providing fresh dynamics and challenges for the core group. Linda Hamilton's character, whose full role remains partially shrouded in mystery, adds depth and intrigue, expanding the narrative's scope and complexity. Other characters, such as Nell Fisher as Holly Wheeler, contribute to both the emotional stakes and the tactical operations against Vecna, highlighting that every individual in Hawkins has a role to play in the unfolding drama. These additions serve to enrich the ensemble cast while maintaining focus on the protagonists whose journeys have been central since the series' inception. Vecna's threat escalates throughout the season, reaching terrifying levels in the penultimate episodes. His manipulation of both the physical and psychological realms forces the characters to confront fears that are deeply personal. The Duffer Brothers ensure that Vecna's menace is not just external but internal, making the conflict as much about personal courage and resilience as it is about supernatural confrontation. Episodes often juxtapose moments of intense horror with emotional reflections, allowing viewers to experience both suspense and empathetic connection to the characters. This dual approach reinforces the series' signature blend of horror and heart, maintaining audience engagement on multiple levels. The final episodes, leading to the series' finale, are meticulously structured to deliver maximum suspense and emotional payoff. Hawkins becomes increasingly unstable, with rifts widening and the town's residents facing unprecedented danger. The ensemble cast is pushed to the limit, both individually and collectively, highlighting the series' recurring theme that unity and friendship are essential for survival. 11, Mike, Max, and the others face coordinated challenges that test their abilities, courage, and trust in one another. Each character's arc reaches a meaningful resolution, with moments of sacrifice, bravery, and reconciliation providing emotional catharsis for the audience. Behind-the-scenes insights reveal the scale and ambition of the production. Season 5 was filmed over 2 years, incorporating both location shoots and extensive studio work. The production team employed advanced visual effects to depict the increasingly complex and expansive Upside Down, combining practical and digital techniques to achieve a seamless visual experience. Stunt coordination, cinematography, and lighting were carefully designed to heighten suspense and reinforce the narrative's emotional tone. The creator's attention to detail is evident in every aspect, from costume design that reflects character development to set pieces that visually convey the stakes of the story. These efforts contribute to the season's cinematic quality, elevating it above conventional television production values. Fan reactions to Season 5 have been intense and widespread. The staggered release strategy encouraged speculation, discussion, and theory crafting across social media platforms, forums, and fan communities. Trailers and teasers generated anticipation by showcasing both the escalating threat of Vecna and the emotional journeys of the characters. Fans were particularly responsive to the balance of horror, nostalgia, and character-driven drama, noting the series' ability to maintain suspense while delivering meaningful resolutions. The global engagement highlights the cultural significance of Stranger Things, illustrating how the series transcends traditional viewership to become a participatory phenomenon. Critically, the season has been praised for its ambition, coherence, and emotional resonance. Reviewers have noted the careful structuring of suspense, the intricate weaving of character arcs, and the effective use of visual and practical effects. The season's ability to honor its own history while expanding its mythology has been highlighted as a key factor in its success. The combination of horror, humor, and heartfelt storytelling ensures that the season appeals to both longtime fans and new audiences, providing a conclusion that is both satisfying and memorable. The finale, The Right Side Up, encapsulates the series' strengths by combining high-stakes confrontation with profound emotional resolution. The rifts and the Upside Down reach a climax, necessitating coordinated action and personal sacrifice from multiple characters. Eleven's powers, now fully realized, play a central role in confronting Vecna, but the resolution is achieved through collective effort and unity. Themes of friendship, courage, and moral integrity are foregrounded, with each character's growth and contribution celebrated. The final sequences provide closure not only for the supernatural conflict but also for the long-term personal arcs of the central characters, leaving viewers with a sense of completion and emotional fulfillment. In conclusion, Season 5 of Stranger Things represents the culmination of a decade-long narrative, bringing together supernatural suspense, emotional storytelling, and richly developed characters. The detailed episode progression, ensemble cast dynamics, expanded mythology, and technical craftsmanship collectively ensure a memorable and impactful conclusion. Through careful pacing, attention to character development, and sophisticated production, the series successfully balances horror, heart, and spectacle. The season solidifies Stranger Things' position as a landmark in contemporary television, delivering a final chapter that honors its legacy while providing a resonant and thrilling experience for audiences worldwide. As Stranger Things Season 5 progresses, each episode is expected to balance suspenseful storytelling with character-driven drama, building upon the foundations laid in the previous 4 seasons. The Duffer Brothers have emphasized that this season will not simply resolve the overarching conflict with the Upside Down but will also provide significant growth and resolution for the ensemble cast. Every character, from Eleven and Mike to Dustin, Lucas, Max, and the supporting adults, has their narrative threads woven carefully into the fabric of the season, ensuring that personal arcs align with the larger supernatural stakes. The writers have also teased that Season 5 will feature more intense action sequences, horror elements, and suspenseful cliffhangers, raising the tension while remaining grounded in the human experiences and relationships that have made the show resonate with audiences. The first episodes of the season, which were part of Volume 1, set the stage by showing the lingering effects of the rifts in reality that were opened in Season 4. Hawkins is depicted as a town on edge, where the supernatural has become an almost omnipresent threat. This tension permeates every scene, from quiet, intimate moments between friends to larger set-piece sequences involving government agents, monsters, and rifts between dimensions. The narrative emphasizes that the Upside Down is not merely a backdrop but a dynamic, evolving force that continues to influence events in Hawkins and beyond. The rifts are depicted as unstable, sometimes opening spontaneously, threatening to unleash horrors upon the town with little warning, and forcing the characters to constantly adapt and respond. This approach amplifies suspense, keeping viewers engaged while allowing for complex storytelling that intertwines personal growth and external conflict. Eleven's journey in Season 5 is particularly central to the story, as she grapples with both the resurgence of her powers and the personal challenges she faces after traumatic experiences in previous seasons. The season explores her evolving relationship with Mike, which has matured alongside their personal development, as well as her connection with friends who have become her surrogate family. The narrative delves into the psychological and emotional consequences of her abilities, examining how she manages the responsibility of her powers while dealing with the pressure of protecting those she loves. Her battles against Vecna and other manifestations from the Upside Down are depicted not only as physical confrontations but as tests of resilience, courage, and moral judgment, emphasizing the character's complexity and growth over time. The season also dedicates considerable attention to the younger members of the group, highlighting the unique contributions and personal journeys of Dustin, Lucas, Will, and Max. Dustin continues to serve as the heart and humor of the ensemble, often providing levity even in the most intense situations, while his intelligence and resourcefulness play a pivotal role in uncovering critical information about the Upside Down. Lucas evolves into a more strategic thinker, contributing to the planning and execution of the group's efforts against Vecna and other supernatural threats. Will's experiences with the Upside Down have left lasting psychological effects, and Season 5 explores his struggle with trauma, identity, and belonging, providing depth to his character arc. Max, meanwhile, is portrayed as grappling with survivor's guilt and the desire to protect her friends, giving her journey both emotional resonance and narrative weight. Each of these characters receives moments of focus that allow their individual stories to unfold in parallel with the overarching threat, reinforcing the series' emphasis on character-driven storytelling. Adult characters also play a crucial role in Season 5, providing mentorship, guidance, and support while navigating their own challenges. Joyce Byers, portrayed by Winona Ryder, continues her role as a determined and resilient mother figure, balancing her protective instincts with strategic problem-solving in the face of supernatural threats. Jim Hopper, whose journey has been marked by personal sacrifice and resilience, confronts both external and internal conflicts, emphasizing themes of redemption and perseverance. Nancy Wheeler and Jonathan Byers continue to act as investigative forces, uncovering critical information about the government's involvement in the events surrounding Hawkins and the Upside Down. Steve Harrington and Robin Buckley, with their distinctive blend of humor and intelligence, provide tactical support and emotional grounding, ensuring that the group's efforts are cohesive and multifaceted. The interplay between adult and younger characters highlights intergenerational dynamics and underscores the series' broader themes of community and collaboration. The mythology of the Upside Down is further expanded in Season 5, revealing more about its origins, nature, and purpose. The Duffer brothers have hinted that the dimension is not merely a mirror of Hawkins but possesses its own logic, ecology, and hierarchy of dangers. Vecna emerges as a central antagonist, representing not only a formidable physical threat but also a psychological one, capable of exploiting the fears and vulnerabilities of individual characters. The season delves into the origin of Vecna, his connection to Hawkins, and his motivations, gradually revealing the extent to which he is intertwined with the town's dark history. The narrative also explores other manifestations and creatures from the Upside Down, including evolved forms of previously encountered monsters, new environmental hazards, and the destabilization of reality itself, creating a sense of unpredictability and high stakes throughout the season. Production design continues to elevate the series' storytelling, with sets, costumes, and visual effects meticulously crafted to evoke the late 1980s while depicting the unsettling, otherworldly aspects of the Upside Down. Practical effects are combined seamlessly with CGI to create immersive, terrifying environments, including the rifts, abandoned laboratories, and the shifting landscapes of the alternate dimension. Lighting, sound design, and cinematography are employed strategically to heighten suspense and emotional impact, with particular attention given to contrasts between the nostalgic, grounded world of Hawkins and the eerie, nightmarish qualities of the Upside Down. Music, including both iconic 1980s tracks and original compositions, continues to enhance tone and atmosphere, reinforcing the emotional weight of key scenes and the intensity of action sequences. The release strategy for Season 5, divided into multiple volumes, allows for a deliberate pacing of the story and maximizes viewer engagement. Volume 1 introduces the initial stages of the conflict, establishing the stakes and setting up character arcs and relationships. Volume 2 escalates tension and introduces significant plot twists, while the final episodes provide resolution to long-standing mysteries and deliver climactic confrontations between the protagonists and Vecna. The staggered release has also facilitated extensive fan discussion and speculation, contributing to the cultural phenomenon that Stranger Things has become. Online communities, social media, and fan forums have been abuzz with theories about character fates, the nature of the Upside Down, and the potential outcomes of pivotal confrontations, further amplifying anticipation for the final episodes. The final episodes of Season 5 promise to deliver a blend of spectacle and emotional payoff, resolving both supernatural and interpersonal conflicts. The Duffer brothers have indicated that while the story will conclude major plotlines, it will also leave certain elements open to interpretation, maintaining the show's tradition of blending closure with mystery. Fans can expect moments of triumph, sacrifice, and heartbreak, as the characters confront not only external threats but also internal challenges, moral dilemmas, and the consequences of their choices. The integration of horror, suspense, drama, and character development ensures that the finale is both emotionally satisfying and narratively coherent, honoring the legacy of the series and providing a fitting conclusion to a decade-long narrative journey. Stranger Things Season 5's episodic structure is designed to build tension, develop characters, and gradually reveal the ultimate resolution of the Upside Down. The opening episode re-establishes Hawkins as a town on edge, with lingering fear and trauma from previous events. The first scenes depict Eleven struggling to reconcile her lost powers with her desire to protect her friends, emphasizing her internal conflict. The Byers household serves as a focal point for family dynamics, with Joyce balancing parental responsibility with the ongoing threat of the Upside Down. Hopper navigates a dual role as protector and strategist, reflecting his growth from a lone, brooding authority figure to a collaborative and emotionally attuned leader. Mike's determination to support Eleven is showcased through intimate moments and problem-solving sequences, highlighting the emotional stakes underpinning the narrative. These early scenes interweave personal tension with supernatural suspense, employing shadows, distorted lighting, and ominous sound design to foreshadow the encroaching threat. Minor characters such as Erica and Dustin are given substantial roles, undertaking reconnaissance missions that simultaneously inject humor and tension, demonstrating how ensemble dynamics drive the story forward. Episodes 2 and 3 expand on the strategic dimension of the protagonist's engagement with the Upside Down. The characters confront manifestations of Vecna's influence, encountering both physical and psychological obstacles. Eleven's journey in these episodes emphasizes self-discovery, resilience, and leadership, particularly in sequences where she must rely on intellect and emotional insight rather than supernatural powers. Scenes between Mike and Eleven combine character intimacy with narrative urgency, exploring themes of trust, loyalty, and shared responsibility. Max faces moments of reckoning that confront her past trauma, with visual and narrative cues signaling the long-term psychological effects of previous seasons. Will's unique sensitivity to the Upside Down is explored in depth, providing insight into the dimension's changing characteristics and Vecna's manipulations. Supporting characters, including Robin, Steve, Lucas, and Erica, take on operational roles in confronting the supernatural, with sequences involving creative problem-solving, teamwork, and improvisation. The cinematography in these episodes shifts dynamically between claustrophobic interiors and expansive supernatural landscapes, highlighting the duality of intimate human experiences and cosmic-scale threats. Lighting, sound effects, and music underscore moments of suspense and emotional tension, immersing viewers in the high-stakes drama. Episodes 4 and 5 introduce pivotal revelations about the Upside Down's origins and structure. Through a combination of investigative sequences, exposition, and flashback moments, the series explores how Hawkins became a nexus for supernatural activity. Government experimentation, unexplained phenomena, and Vecna's evolution are all contextualized, providing a deeper understanding of the antagonistic forces the characters face. Eleven's confrontation with symbolic representations of her past trauma is interwoven with practical challenges in combating the Upside Down's influence, illustrating the interconnectedness of personal growth and narrative stakes. Supporting characters' arcs are further developed. Dustin and Steve navigate tension-filled environments, combining ingenuity and bravery, while Lucas and Erica undertake critical missions that reveal character strengths and resilience. These episodes also heighten the horror elements, depicting the Upside Down's creatures with increased visual complexity and psychological menace, creating suspenseful sequences that challenge both the characters and the audience. The combination of mythology, character-driven storytelling, and tension-building establishes a narrative rhythm that propels the season toward its climactic confrontation. Episodes 6 and 7 escalate the conflict, with Hawkins teetering on the brink of full-scale supernatural disruption. The ensemble faces ethical and moral dilemmas as the consequences of past decisions manifest in tangible threats. Eleven's leadership is tested as she coordinates efforts to confront Vecna, relying on both human ingenuity and strategic thinking. Emotional stakes are amplified in sequences depicting potential sacrifice, the fragility of relationships, and the long-term effects of trauma on the characters. Visual storytelling intensifies, with darker color palettes, dramatic camera angles, and dynamic lighting that convey danger and urgency. Action sequences integrate practical stunts, visual effects, and choreography, creating immersive and suspenseful experiences. The narrative interlaces suspense with intimate character moments, allowing for reflection, emotional resonance, and insight into individual motivations. The growing threat from the Upside Down is mirrored by tension among the characters, emphasizing interpersonal dynamics alongside supernatural danger. Themes of trust, collaboration, and resilience are central, demonstrating how ensemble cohesion and personal growth are essential in confronting existential threats. The 8th and final episode delivers a climactic resolution that ties together the series' overarching mythology, character arcs, and thematic explorations. 11 confronts Vecna in a sequence that combines personal bravery with strategic insight, culminating in both emotional and narrative closure. The resolution addresses long-standing mysteries regarding the Upside Down's origins, structure, and purpose, as well as the consequences of government involvement and scientific manipulation. Secondary character arcs reach meaningful conclusions. Max's emotional journey resolves through confrontation and catharsis, Will's insights into the Upside Down contribute to the ensemble's success, and minor characters such as Erica and Dustin play pivotal roles in securing victory. The final sequences interweave action, suspense, and emotional resonance, with lighting, sound, and visual effects emphasizing both the intensity and the stakes of the confrontation. The series concludes with Hawkins restored to relative normalcy, while acknowledging the lasting impact of the supernatural events on its residents. Themes of friendship, resilience, courage, and the enduring power of hope are reinforced, providing closure while leaving space for reflection and future storytelling within the Stranger Things universe. Extended character backstories are explored throughout the season, providing insight into motivations, decisions, and personal growth. Eleven's journey from a traumatized child to a courageous, self-realized young woman exemplifies the interplay between personal struggle and supernatural responsibility. Mike's development highlights the importance of loyalty, emotional intelligence, and leadership. Max and Will's arcs emphasize the psychological consequences of exposure to extraordinary phenomena, while Dustin, Lucas, Erica, and Steve provide narrative support, comic relief, and demonstrations of bravery and ingenuity. The minor characters introduced this season contribute meaningfully, enriching the narrative with diverse perspectives and complex interactions. The integration of backstory with current narrative events allows for layered storytelling, in which past experiences shape present decisions and future outcomes, creating a cohesive and emotionally resonant narrative framework. Symbolic and thematic elements are woven throughout the season, enriching the storytelling. The Upside Down serves as a metaphor for hidden fears, trauma, and the unknown dimensions of human experience. Characters' confrontations with Vecna reflect struggles with internalized fears and unresolved conflicts. Themes of resilience, moral courage, friendship, and sacrifice are emphasized through narrative choices and character interactions. Visual and auditory motifs reinforce these themes, with lighting, sound design, and cinematography providing subtext and emotional depth. Symbols such as broken environments, reflections, and dual realities underscore the tension between ordinary life and supernatural intrusion. The series' continued use of 1980s cultural references not only situates the narrative temporally but also evokes nostalgia, amplifying the emotional resonance of both dramatic and quiet moments. Fan reception and critical analysis highlight the impact of Season 5 as both a narrative and cultural phenomenon. Critics praise the season for its intricate plotting, emotional depth, and satisfying resolution of long-standing storylines. Fans engaged in extensive discussion, sharing interpretations, highlighting symbolic details, and debating the outcomes of key character arcs. The interplay between audience expectations, fan theories, and creator intentions contributed to the season's dynamic reception, emphasizing Stranger Things' role as a participatory cultural text. The combination of suspense, emotional resonance, and mythology-driven storytelling ensured that Season 5 maintained both critical acclaim and audience engagement, providing a memorable and culturally significant conclusion to the series. In Season 5, the show also explores the theme of agency versus destiny, reflecting the long-standing tension between characters' choices and the larger forces shaping their world. Throughout the series, the protagonists have repeatedly confronted situations in which their decisions could either exacerbate or mitigate the threats from the Upside Down. In the final season, this tension reaches its apex as the characters' actions have immediate, high-stakes consequences, both personally and for the entire town of Hawkins. Each decision is layered with ethical, emotional, and strategic considerations, forcing characters to evaluate not only the short-term outcomes but also the long-term ramifications for themselves and their community. This exploration adds a philosophical dimension to the narrative, encouraging audiences to reflect on notions of responsibility, courage, and the interplay between free will and circumstance. The season also delves into the psychology of fear and trauma. Characters such as Max will confront lingering emotional wounds from previous encounters with the Upside Down and Vecna, while Eleven must reconcile her identity and sense of self with the burden of extraordinary power. These emotional challenges are depicted with care, illustrating how trauma can shape behavior, relationships, and decision-making. The narrative emphasizes the importance of support systems, empathy, and resilience, highlighting how interpersonal connections are crucial in overcoming both external threats and internal struggles. By foregrounding these psychological dimensions, the final season maintains a humanistic core even amidst spectacular supernatural events. Season 5's visual storytelling achieves new heights, particularly in its depiction of the Upside Down. The creators expand upon previous visual motifs, introducing layered, multidimensional landscapes that convey both the danger and the mystery of this alternate reality. Environments within the Upside Down are depicted as dynamic, shifting spaces, often reflecting the psychological states of characters who enter them. Lighting, color grading, and environmental design are meticulously employed to create a sense of immersion, tension, and otherworldliness. Practical effects, digital compositing, and innovative camera techniques work in tandem to make these sequences feel both fantastical and tangible. The integration of visual spectacle with character-driven stakes ensures that these moments are not merely decorative but narratively and emotionally resonant. Music and sound design continue to play a critical role in shaping the tone of Season 5. The careful selection of 1980s tracks not only reinforces the series' nostalgic appeal but also amplifies emotional beats, character moments, and suspenseful sequences. The original score complements these tracks, using motifs, crescendos, and silence strategically to heighten tension and provide narrative punctuation. Sound effects, including the auditory portrayal of supernatural forces and environmental hazards, are used to immerse viewers fully in the Upside Down and the heightened stakes of the final season. The combination of music, scoring, and sound design creates a layered auditory experience that reinforces both the atmosphere and the emotional resonance of the narrative. The character of Vecna, portrayed by Jamie Campbell Bower, is developed with increased complexity in Season 5. While Vecna remains a terrifying and formidable antagonist, the narrative explores motivations, origins, and vulnerabilities, providing depth beyond the traditional villain archetype. Interactions between Vecna and the protagonists are framed not only as battles of power but also as psychological and emotional confrontations. This treatment enhances suspense and engagement, as viewers are invited to consider both the stakes of physical conflict and the moral, ethical, and psychological dimensions of the struggle. By humanizing aspects of the antagonist without diminishing the threat, the series achieves a richer, more nuanced narrative texture. Season 5 also emphasizes the impact of community and collective action. While individual heroism remains important, the narrative repeatedly demonstrates that collaboration, coordination, and mutual support are essential to overcoming existential threats. Characters contribute their unique skills, knowledge, and emotional strengths in tandem, creating sequences in which teamwork and strategic planning are crucial to survival. These collective dynamics reinforce the series' enduring thematic focus on friendship, family, and civic responsibility, showing that bonds forged through trust, loyalty, and shared experience can confront forces far larger than any one individual. The exploration of intergenerational relationships is a significant narrative element in Season 5. Adult characters, including Hopper, Joyce, Nancy, and Jonathan, act as mentors, guides, and protectors, providing guidance and expertise while also navigating their own challenges. These interactions emphasize the continuity between generations and illustrate the ways in which knowledge, experience, and values are transmitted. The presence of younger characters, such as Holly Wheeler and other new additions, further develops these dynamics, highlighting mentorship, responsibility, and the growth of the next generation. By weaving these relationships into the narrative, the season adds depth and emotional resonance, reinforcing the stakes and ensuring that audience investment extends across the entire ensemble. Season 5's episodic structure is carefully crafted to maximize suspense, character development, and thematic exploration. The staggered release across 3 volumes allows for concentrated narrative arcs within each block while maintaining a larger, overarching storyline. Early episodes establish tension, reintroduce characters, and set the stage for escalating threats. Middle episodes deepen character exploration, expand the Upside Down mythology, and introduce narrative complications, while the final episodes deliver climactic confrontations, resolutions, and emotional payoffs. This structure ensures that pacing remains dynamic and engaging, balancing moments of high intensity with reflective sequences that allow viewers to process character developments and plot twists. The final season also revisits and resolves several long-standing mysteries from earlier seasons. The origins of the Upside Down, the full extent of Hawkins Laboratories' experiments, and the nature of Vecna's powers are all addressed, providing clarity while maintaining narrative intrigue. These resolutions are interwoven with character arcs, ensuring that plot developments are meaningful and emotionally satisfying. By resolving these mysteries thoughtfully, the creators honor the investment of long-term viewers and maintain the series' reputation for coherent and engaging world-building. Additionally, Season 5 examines the theme of identity through both individual and collective lenses. Characters confront questions of self-definition, purpose, and moral responsibility as they navigate extraordinary circumstances. 11's journey, in particular, involves reconciling her personal desires with the responsibilities imposed by her abilities and the needs of her friends. Similarly, other characters grapple with identity as they assume new roles within the group, face moral dilemmas, and navigate the consequences of past choices. This thematic focus adds depth to the narrative, ensuring that character actions are not merely plot-driven but also reflective of internal growth and psychological realism. Episodes 4 through 6 escalate the tension dramatically as the group's plans to confront Vecna take shape, and the full consequences of the Upside Down's expansion begin to manifest. The fourth episode opens with 11, Mike, and Lucas attempting to map the newly destabilized areas of Hawkins. The environment has become increasingly unstable, gravity fluctuates in specific zones, electrical systems fail unpredictably, and echoes of the Upside Down bleed into the human world, manifesting as shadowy forms and distorted soundscapes. The atmosphere is thick with dread, punctuated by sudden creature appearances and environmental hazards that threaten both civilians and the protagonists. These scenes emphasize that Hawkins is no longer just a battleground for a single group of friends but a town teetering on the edge of total supernatural collapse. In this episode, Max's arc becomes central. She struggles with recurring trauma from her encounter with Vecna in Season 4, experiencing vivid hallucinations of friends and family being harmed. These visions challenge her resolve but also allow her to sense subtle shifts in the Upside Down, which makes her an invaluable asset. Max begins to develop a method of mental anchoring, creating a psychic link with 11 that strengthens their collective focus and amplifies 11's powers. This development underscores a recurring theme of the season, that the emotional bonds among the group are as powerful as any supernatural ability. Will continues to navigate the duality of his existence, acting as both a bridge to the Upside Down and a mediator of psychic energy, demonstrating the evolution of his character from a passive participant in earlier seasons to a central agent in the fight against Vecna. Meanwhile, Dustin, Robin, and Erica uncover additional data in government files. They learn that Vecna's influence is broader than previously known, capable of inducing hallucinations and manipulating events beyond Hawkins. They find a hidden protocol indicating that the Department of Energy had previously attempted to sever Vecna's link to the Upside Down using a combination of psychic energy and a high-intensity electromagnetic field, but the attempt failed, leading to catastrophic results. These discoveries not only provide clues for the group's strategy but also highlight the dangers of tampering with forces beyond human understanding. The trio devises a plan to reactivate and improve this protocol, intending to use 11, Will, and Max as key amplifiers of psychic energy, while the rest of the group manages the logistical and tactical components in Hawkins. Episodes 4 through 6 also delve into Hopper and Joyce's storylines. Hopper continues to work with select government operatives, leveraging their knowledge of past experiments while remaining cautious of their motives. He coordinates the evacuation of civilians and reinforces Hawkins' defenses. Joyce takes on the role of emotional anchor, mediating conflicts within the group and ensuring that the younger characters remain focused despite the increasing chaos. Both Hopper and Joyce confront moral dilemmas. They must balance protecting the town with the risk of sacrificing themselves or allowing the military to overstep its authority. Their experiences reflect the season's ongoing exploration of adult responsibility and the human cost of confronting extraordinary threats. The fifth episode escalates the action and emotional stakes. The Harbinger begins launching coordinated attacks on key locations, targeting areas that hold emotional significance for the main characters. This creature exhibits advanced intelligence, anticipating their movements and exploiting weaknesses in the team's coordination. 11, Max, and will enter the Upside Down in an attempt to intercept the Harbinger and stabilize the rifts. Their journey through the Upside Down is visually and psychologically intense, landscapes shift unpredictably, familiar Hawkins landmarks appear twisted and nightmarish, and creatures lurk in the shadows. Eleven's powers are pushed to the brink, requiring Max and Will's psychic support to maintain focus. Max anchors Eleven's mental state while Will amplifies her telekinesis, creating a combined psychic force capable of momentarily repelling the Harbinger. These sequences highlight the themes of unity, resilience, and the interconnectedness of the group's abilities. Simultaneously, Dustin, Robin, and Erica make progress on the government protocol. They improvise enhancements to the original plan, incorporating new technology and insights from the files they recovered. Their efforts culminate in a tense sequence where they must infiltrate a government facility undetected, disable security systems, and prepare the equipment necessary to channel psychic energy. The episode balances high-stakes action with character-driven humor and camaraderie, particularly in interactions between Dustin and Erica, whose witty banter provides moments of levity amidst escalating danger. Episode 6 represents the turning point of the mid-season arc. Vecna begins directly influencing civilians in Hawkins, creating psychological and physical manifestations of fear that immobilize and terrorize residents. Max and Will sense these disturbances through their psychic link, realizing that the threats are multiplying faster than anticipated. Eleven confronts visions of her past failures, including the deaths of friends and the consequences of losing control of her powers. These visions challenge her resolve but ultimately reinforce her determination to protect her loved ones and Hawkins. In a climactic mid-episode sequence, 11, Max, and Will coordinate a combined psychic attack on one of the larger rifts, temporarily stabilizing it but alerting Vecna to their strategy. The victory is partial, demonstrating that the challenges ahead are more formidable than ever, setting the stage for the final confrontations in episodes 7 and 8. Throughout episodes 4 to 6, multiple subplots intertwine seamlessly. Steve Harrington and Robin engage in protective operations around Hawkins, helping civilians and battling minor upside-down creatures, demonstrating their continued growth from side characters to central contributors. Murray Bauman provides intelligence and tactical insight, coordinating communications between teams and interpreting cryptic data. The group's strategy becomes increasingly collaborative, reflecting the season's central message: survival depends on unity, trust, and the combined strengths of diverse abilities and perspectives. Season 5 of Stranger Things not only concludes the narrative arcs of Hawkins and its residents but also offers a profound exploration of recurring themes that have defined the series from the beginning. Central to the season is the concept of duality, the coexistence of light and darkness, hope and fear, ordinary life and supernatural chaos. The Upside Down serves as a tangible manifestation of this duality, reflecting both the external threat to the town and the internal struggles of the characters. By integrating this motif into the story, the Duffer Brothers elevate the series from a standard supernatural thriller to a more nuanced exploration of human resilience, morality, and identity. Characters are continuously tested in ways that challenge their ethical convictions and force them to confront uncomfortable truths about themselves and the world around them. This thematic sophistication contributes to the series' depth and helps explain its lasting appeal across diverse audiences. The cultural impact of Season 5, and indeed the entire series, is significant. Stranger Things has become a global phenomenon, influencing fashion, music, pop culture references, and even social media discourse. The final season's release generated unprecedented fan engagement, with discussions spanning from plot theories to character analysis, reflecting the depth of emotional investment that the audience has developed over nearly a decade. Memorable sequences, including iconic confrontations with Vecna, dramatic rescues, and moments of personal revelation, have been widely shared and analyzed online. The series has inspired fan art, cosplay, and even themed events, demonstrating how deeply it resonates culturally. Season 5, in particular, benefits from this accumulated attention, as audiences are invested not just in the immediate plot but also in the resolution of long-standing mysteries and character arcs. Production-wise, Season 5 represents a high watermark in television craftsmanship. The combination of practical effects and cutting-edge CGI allows the Upside Down to feel both real and menacing, with sequences that blur the line between reality and nightmare. Set design meticulously reflects both the ordinary charm of Hawkins and the surreal horrors of the Upside Down, reinforcing the thematic contrast central to the season. Cinematography emphasizes mood, using lighting, color palettes, and camera angles to heighten tension and convey the psychological states of characters. Sound design, including the use of both diegetic and non-diegetic elements, enhances suspense and emotional resonance, creating an immersive experience that draws viewers into the narrative. The coordination of stunt sequences, visual effects, and character-driven storytelling demonstrates the production team's ability to integrate multiple complex elements into a cohesive and engaging season. Thematically, Season 5 continues to explore friendship, loyalty, and the importance of collective action. Individual heroism is celebrated, but the season emphasizes that survival and success depend on teamwork and mutual support. Episodes highlight moments where characters must rely on each other, share critical knowledge, or trust instincts informed by friendship and empathy. These dynamics reinforce the enduring message that personal strength is amplified through collaboration, a lesson that resonates both narratively and emotionally. Sacrifice, whether small or significant, is a recurring motif, underscoring the cost of bravery and the consequences of confronting evil. By weaving these themes into both plot and character arcs, the series maintains its emotional impact even amidst high-stakes action and horror sequences. The series' conclusion, and particularly the final confrontation with Vecna, exemplifies a careful balance of spectacle and narrative resolution. The rifts threaten to merge the real world with the Upside Down, creating escalating tension that demands precise strategy, emotional fortitude, and unity among the protagonists. Eleven's powers, previously unstable or suppressed, are fully realized, enabling her to confront Vecna directly, yet the narrative ensures that resolution is achieved not through a single individual but through the combined efforts of the ensemble. This choice reinforces the thematic core of the series, that resilience, courage, and heroism are most potent when shared. Emotional moments interwoven with these climactic sequences allow viewers to reflect on character growth, relationships, and the passage from childhood to adulthood, emphasizing that the series has always been as much about human experience as it is about supernatural threats. The series' careful attention to period detail remains a hallmark of its storytelling. The late 1980s setting informs not only aesthetic choices but also the technological and social contexts of the narrative. Characters' interactions with technology, media, and pop culture are grounded in this period, providing authenticity and continuity with previous seasons. Music selections, clothing, and interior design evoke the era while subtly reflecting character development and narrative tone. This meticulous attention to historical context enhances immersion, allowing viewers to experience Hawkins as a living, breathing community affected by both ordinary challenges and extraordinary threats. Fan reception and critical analysis highlight the success of Season 5 in achieving narrative closure. Audiences have responded positively to the resolution of long-standing plotlines, the comprehensive exploration of character arcs, and the visual and emotional impact of the season's climactic sequences. Critics have praised the season's ambition, coherence, and balance of suspense, horror, and sentiment, noting that it successfully maintains tension while delivering satisfying conclusions. The staggered release strategy allowed viewers to engage with the narrative gradually, fostering discussion, theorizing, and anticipation that enhanced the communal experience of the series. The finale, in particular, has been recognized for its careful orchestration of plot resolution, emotional payoff, and thematic reinforcement. In conclusion, Stranger Things Season 5 stands as a monumental achievement in modern television storytelling. It delivers a narrative that is simultaneously thrilling, emotionally resonant, and culturally impactful. Through detailed exploration of character arcs, meticulous production, thematic depth, and sophisticated visual storytelling, the season fulfills the promises of its predecessors while providing a fitting and memorable conclusion. The ensemble cast, led by Eleven, Mike, Max, and others, achieves meaningful growth, and long-standing mysteries surrounding Vecna and the Upside Down are resolved with narrative precision. The season exemplifies how serialized storytelling, when executed with care, can create enduring emotional and cultural resonance, leaving a lasting legacy for both viewers and the medium of television itself. Ultimately, Season 5 of Stranger Things is not merely an ending but a celebration of friendship, courage, resilience, and the power of human connection in the face of darkness, ensuring that the saga of Hawkins, Indiana, and its residents will remain a touchstone of popular culture for years to come. As Stranger Things Season 5 unfolds, the intricacies of character development become even more pronounced, demonstrating the care with which the Duffer Brothers have crafted long-term arcs. Each character is given moments of reflection, personal growth, and confrontation with the consequences of past events. 11, for example, not only faces external threats from Vecna and the Upside Down but also internal struggles stemming from her childhood traumas, isolation, and the burden of her powers. Her relationship with Mike Wheeler evolves into a mature bond, one grounded in trust, understanding, and shared responsibility, and provides a central emotional anchor for the season. The narrative takes care to show how her decisions impact others, reinforcing the interconnectedness of the ensemble cast and the idea that each choice carries significant consequences. Mike Wheeler, while often seen as the moral compass and emotional supporter of the group, also faces challenges that test his leadership and resilience. His role is particularly critical in coordinating group efforts against supernatural threats, maintaining morale, and navigating the tension between childhood loyalty and adult responsibilities. Mike's interactions with both the younger characters and adults highlight the series' emphasis on intergenerational bonds, as he often acts as a bridge between Eleven's extraordinary abilities and the practical strategies devised by the older characters. This dynamic enriches the storytelling, allowing the series to explore complex interpersonal relationships within a high-stakes, suspense-driven narrative. Dustin Henderson continues to serve as the heart of the group, blending humor with intelligence. In Season 5, his knack for improvisation, problem-solving, and understanding of science proves essential as the group faces increasingly complex manifestations of the Upside Down. His relationships with other characters, especially the younger members of the group, underscore themes of loyalty, friendship, and the resilience of community under pressure. Lucas Sinclair, now more strategic and confident, plays a key role in planning missions and supporting the team's efforts, demonstrating how growth over previous seasons translates into crucial contributions during the climactic events of the final season. Will Byers' narrative arc remains one of the most psychologically compelling aspects of Season 5. His prolonged exposure to the Upside Down has left him grappling with trauma, identity, and the fear of recurrence, and these themes are explored in depth. Will's struggle emphasizes the series' recurring motif that surviving supernatural horrors is as much a psychological challenge as a physical one. Max Mayfield, whose resilience and courage have been tested in prior seasons, continues to navigate survivors' guilt and the responsibility of protecting those she loves. Her moments of bravery are often juxtaposed with emotional vulnerability, creating a nuanced portrayal of a character coming to terms with her past while fighting for the future. Adult characters in Season 5, including Joyce Byers and Jim Hopper, are portrayed with equal depth and narrative significance. Joyce's unwavering determination, intelligence, and maternal instincts drive many critical plot developments, especially when navigating interactions with government authorities or interpreting supernatural phenomena. Hopper, whose journey from law enforcement officer to key protector of Hawkins has been both heroic and tragic, continues to face moral dilemmas and personal stakes, demonstrating that heroism often requires sacrifice. Nancy Wheeler and Jonathan Byers continue to act as investigative forces, uncovering essential information about the government's involvement in Hawkins and offering strategic support to the younger protagonists. Steve Harrington and Robin Buckley provide both tactical assistance and comic relief, blending levity with ingenuity in high-stakes situations, and their evolving dynamics reflect the series' nuanced treatment of adult mentorship. Behind the scenes, Season 5 represents the culmination of years of technical mastery and creative vision. The production team employed cutting-edge visual effects, practical sets, and innovative cinematography to depict the Upside Down in ways that heighten suspense and terror. From the eerie, shadow-filled corridors to the disorienting landscapes of alternate dimensions, the visual design contributes significantly to the narrative's immersive quality. Lighting, camera angles, and sound design are meticulously calibrated to evoke tension, emphasizing contrast between the nostalgic 1980s aesthetic of Hawkins and the nightmarish environment of the Upside Down. The combination of practical effects and CGI allows for seamless integration of supernatural elements, creating scenes that are simultaneously believable, terrifying, and emotionally engaging. Promotional strategies for Season 5 were extensive and multifaceted, reflecting Netflix's understanding of the series' cultural impact. Teasers and trailers were carefully released to build suspense, highlighting both horror elements and the emotional stakes for the characters. Marketing campaigns emphasized the finality of the season, framing it as a landmark television event and generating widespread anticipation. Social media engagement, interactive content, and fan theories all contributed to a sustained buzz, with audiences speculating on potential outcomes, character fates, and the resolution of long-standing mysteries. This level of fan interaction underscores the phenomenon that Stranger Things has become, blending traditional storytelling with modern fan culture. Season 5 also explores the consequences of prior choices more explicitly than previous installments. Characters are confronted not only by the tangible threats of the Upside Down but also by the moral and emotional ramifications of their past actions. The series has consistently emphasized that personal growth is intertwined with the supernatural narrative, and the final season elevates this approach by showing how each character must reconcile their personal history with the current crises. Themes of trust, betrayal, redemption, and sacrifice are interwoven throughout the story, ensuring that character decisions carry weight and meaning, and reinforcing the emotional resonance that has always been a hallmark of the series. Vecna's role in Season 5 is central to both the horror and narrative tension of the season. The antagonist represents not just a physical threat but also a psychological one, exploiting the fears, insecurities, and vulnerabilities of each character. The season gradually unpacks Vecna's origins, his connection to the Upside Down, and the extent of his power, creating suspense and mystery. His interactions with Hawkins' residents, both direct and indirect, underscore the stakes and highlight the consequences of previous exposure to the Upside Down. Through Vecna, the series continues to explore the interplay between supernatural evil and human psychology, reinforcing the tension between tangible and intangible threats, and ensuring that suspense is maintained across all episodes. The final episodes of Season 5 are expected to blend spectacle with emotional payoff, providing closure to both narrative and character arcs. Viewers can anticipate high-stakes confrontations, moments of sacrifice, and dramatic resolutions to the long-standing mysteries of Hawkins and the Upside Down. The Duffer Brothers have suggested that while major plotlines will be resolved, some ambiguity will remain, reflecting the series' tradition of balancing closure with open-endedness. This narrative choice allows for audience interpretation, maintains a sense of wonder, and leaves room for discussion, analysis, and reflection, further cementing Stranger Things' legacy as a culturally significant series. Season 5 continues to explore the balance between hope and despair, a thematic tension that has been central to Stranger Things since its inception. The series has always juxtaposed ordinary life with extraordinary threats, and the final season intensifies this contrast. Characters are faced with situations that test their courage, morality, and resourcefulness, often in environments where the odds are stacked against them. The narrative repeatedly emphasizes the importance of resilience, both in individual characters and within the group as a whole. Moments of triumph are earned through strategy, cooperation, and emotional growth, rather than mere chance, highlighting the series' commitment to realistic consequences even within a fantastical framework. This balance between suspense and hope reinforces the emotional impact of climactic sequences and ensures that the narrative remains engaging while resonating on a human level. The psychological complexity of the characters is further deepened through their interactions with the supernatural elements of the Upside Down. Season 5 presents the alternate dimension as a living, evolving entity that responds to the characters' actions, decisions, and emotional states. This dynamic relationship heightens suspense, as the Upside Down is not simply a static threat but a reactive and unpredictable environment. Characters must learn to navigate this space strategically, combining knowledge, instinct, and empathy to survive. This approach allows the series to explore themes of agency, adaptation, and human ingenuity in the face of forces beyond comprehension. The upside down functions as both a narrative catalyst and a metaphorical representation of internal and external challenges, adding layers of symbolic resonance to the story. Season 5 also emphasizes the role of mentorship and leadership within the group. Characters such as Steve Harrington and Robin Buckley provide guidance, support, and strategic insight to younger or less experienced members, creating a dynamic hierarchy that emphasizes trust, collaboration, and mutual respect. These relationships are developed with nuance, showing both successes and failures in leadership, and reinforcing the series' recurring focus on teamwork as a central mechanism for overcoming adversity. By highlighting the importance of mentorship, the season underscores the interdependence of characters, demonstrating that survival and personal growth are deeply tied to relational networks and collective action. The emotional core of Season 5 is reinforced by carefully constructed interpersonal conflicts and resolutions. Characters confront misunderstandings, betrayals, and tensions that have accumulated over the course of the series, and these moments are used to enhance narrative stakes rather than merely provide drama. The resolutions of these conflicts are satisfying because they are earned through dialogue, shared experiences, and character growth. Romantic subplots, friendships, and familial relationships all play critical roles in the emotional texture of the season, ensuring that viewers are invested not only in the external action but also in the internal journeys of the characters. These elements exemplify the series' strength in integrating relational complexity into a high-stakes, genre-driven narrative. From a technical perspective, Season 5 demonstrates an evolution in visual effects and production design. The depiction of the upside down has been expanded to include multi-layered landscapes, environmental hazards, and dynamic interactions with characters. Special effects are seamlessly integrated with practical sets, enabling immersive sequences that convey both scale and immediacy. Action sequences, including chase scenes, confrontations with supernatural entities, and large-scale environmental hazards, are carefully choreographed to maximize suspense and clarity while maintaining narrative coherence. Cinematography, including camera movement, framing, and lighting, is employed to create tension, emphasize emotional beats, and underscore thematic contrasts between normal life and the upside down. These technical achievements complement narrative ambitions, ensuring that the season delivers a cinematic experience within the framework of serialized television. Sound design in Season 5 is similarly sophisticated, with layered effects that enhance the sense of immersion and tension. The creators employ both diegetic and non-diegetic sounds to convey the presence and danger of supernatural entities, environmental shifts, and character actions. Musical scoring reinforces emotional beats and pacing, while carefully selected 1980s tracks maintain the nostalgic resonance that is integral to the series' identity. Silence and subtle auditory cues are also used strategically, creating moments of suspense and psychological intensity. Together, these elements establish a soundscape that is as integral to the storytelling as visual and narrative components, enhancing the overall impact of the season. Thematically, Season 5 engages with questions of morality and ethical responsibility in ways that resonate throughout the series. Characters must make decisions that have profound consequences, often balancing personal desires with collective needs. The ethical dimensions of these choices are explored in the context of the upside down, the actions of human antagonists, and the potential costs of intervention. These dilemmas encourage viewers to consider the nature of heroism, sacrifice, and responsibility, extending the series' engagement beyond entertainment into reflective and philosophical territory. By integrating moral complexity into the narrative, the final season reinforces the depth and maturity of the storytelling. Season 5 also expands upon the role of community and the collective memory of Hawkins. The town itself functions almost as a character, bearing the weight of past events and reflecting the cumulative impact of supernatural occurrences and human decisions. Civic institutions, including the school, local businesses, and the police force, are depicted as both resources and complicating factors, contributing to narrative tension and thematic richness. The interplay between individual action and community context reinforces the stakes, emphasizing that the consequences of both heroism and failure are borne collectively. This approach strengthens the emotional resonance of climactic sequences, as victories and losses are shared across multiple layers of the narrative universe. Character identity and personal growth remain central to the narrative, particularly in terms of reconciling past experiences with present challenges. Eleven's struggle with identity, power, and responsibility is mirrored by the growth of her peers, who confront the ramifications of their earlier experiences with the Upside Down, Vecna, and other threats. These arcs highlight the interplay between memory, experience, and personal development, showing how the characters evolve in response to trauma, challenge, and opportunity. The careful depiction of these processes ensures that character development feels earned and coherent, reinforcing the series' commitment to psychological realism within a fantastical framework. In Season 5, the final confrontation between the protagonists and Vecna is orchestrated to maximize both narrative payoff and emotional impact. The creators interweave multiple perspectives, plotlines, and character arcs to build a climactic sequence that is both epic in scope and intimate in emotional resonance. The narrative tension is sustained through a combination of visual spectacle, suspenseful pacing, and relational stakes, ensuring that the resolution is satisfying on multiple levels. The outcome of this confrontation addresses long-standing mysteries, resolves character arcs, and establishes thematic closure, emphasizing the triumph of courage, ingenuity, and interpersonal bonds over destructive forces. Stranger Things Season 5's production exemplifies both ambition and innovation, reflecting the enormous scale and complexity required to conclude a decade-long narrative. The Duffer Brothers and their production team faced logistical challenges in coordinating ensemble filming schedules, particularly with a cast that had aged and whose individual projects necessitated careful planning. Practical sets had to be constructed for both Hawkins and the Upside Down, with extensive attention to detail ensuring continuity with previous seasons. The recreation of 1980s locations, props, and technology was painstaking, involving collaboration between historical consultants, set designers, and costume teams. The Upside Down, as a visually complex environment, required a combination of advanced CGI, practical effects, and innovative lighting to convey both its alien qualities and its connection to the real world. Scenes featuring creatures, environmental distortions, and supernatural phenomena were carefully choreographed with stunt teams and visual effects artists to maximize both realism and dramatic tension. Filming techniques incorporated multiple camera angles, motion capture, and aerial shots to create dynamic perspectives, immersing viewers in both action sequences and intimate emotional moments. This level of production sophistication contributed to the season's cinematic quality, reinforcing Netflix's investment in creating a globally appealing final chapter. Behind-the-scenes accounts reveal the dedication of both cast and crew. Actors underwent extensive training for stunt work, wire sequences, and motion-intensive scenes to ensure authenticity and safety. Millie Bobby Brown, in particular, was heavily involved in sequences that required precise physical and emotional performance, reflecting the integration of personal growth and narrative stakes in Eleven's storyline. David Harbour's performance as Hopper involved navigating physically demanding sequences while maintaining the emotional depth required for his character arc. Ensemble dynamics were carefully managed to ensure balanced screen time and character development, allowing each member, including supporting and minor characters, to contribute meaningfully to the narrative. Directors and cinematographers experimented with lighting, framing, and camera movement to evoke suspense, horror, and emotional resonance, with post-production teams refining visual and sound elements to maximize narrative impact. Production schedules were structured to accommodate complex sequences, with careful sequencing of action, dialogue, and special effects to maintain continuity and storytelling integrity. Symbolism and thematic depth are consistently integrated throughout the season. Each episode explores multiple layers of meaning, reflecting both personal and cosmic scale struggles. The Upside Down functions as a metaphor for hidden fears, trauma, and the unseen consequences of human action. Characters' confrontations with Vecna and other supernatural elements mirror internal battles, emphasizing resilience, courage, and moral decision-making. Episodes feature visual motifs such as fractured reflections, distorted environments, and shadows that reinforce themes of duality, uncertainty, and the interplay between ordinary life and supernatural chaos. These motifs extend to character interactions, where dialogue, gestures, and emotional expressions convey subtext and thematic resonance. The series' use of 1980s pop culture references serves as both temporal grounding and a tool for nostalgic engagement, enriching the narrative by connecting personal and historical contexts. The combination of visual, auditory, and narrative symbolism elevates the storytelling, providing depth that rewards attentive and repeat viewing. Music and score continue to play a central role in Season 5, enhancing both suspense and emotional resonance. Composers Kyle Dixon and Michael Stein expanded the series' signature synth-driven soundscapes, creating motifs specific to characters, locations, and narrative events. 11 sequences, for instance, are often accompanied by sparse, tense arrangements that underscore her vulnerability and determination, while ensemble action sequences feature layered, dynamic compositions that heighten suspense. Moments of catharsis or reflection are paired with melodic cues that evoke nostalgia, reinforcing the connection between narrative stakes and emotional impact. Sound design integrates environmental effects, creature noises, and other diegetic elements to immerse viewers in the series' unique universe. The careful interplay between music, sound, and visual storytelling ensures that tension, drama, and emotional resonance are consistently reinforced, contributing to the season's cinematic quality and immersive experience. Marketing strategies for Season 5 emphasized both global accessibility and engagement with existing fan communities. Netflix released multi-part trailers, teasers, and promotional content, including behind-the-scenes footage and interactive digital experiences. Social media campaigns engaged fans worldwide, fostering discussions, speculation, and anticipation. Marketing leveraged the participatory culture surrounding Stranger Things, highlighting Easter eggs, hidden symbols, and narrative hints that rewarded attentive viewers while maintaining suspense for newcomers. Promotional events, including Netflix Tudum presentations, press interviews, and special screenings, amplified visibility and global excitement. Marketing efforts emphasized both the series' dramatic stakes and emotional depth, underscoring the final season as a culturally significant event. Strategic release timing for the 3-volume schedule maximized suspense and allowed audiences to experience the narrative in a structured, anticipatory manner, reinforcing engagement and discussion between episodes. Global fan impact and reception further demonstrate the cultural resonance of Season 5. Fan communities across social media platforms engaged in detailed analysis, discussions of character motivations, and speculation about unresolved plot threads. The season generated extensive conversation about the Upside Down's nature, character arcs, and symbolic meaning, fostering a sense of participatory engagement that extended beyond passive viewing. Fan-created content, including artwork, theories, and analyses, contributed to the narrative experience, reflecting the series' status as a global phenomenon. Critical reception highlighted the season's success in balancing suspense, emotional resonance, and mythology-driven storytelling. Reviews praised the ensemble performances, the intricate plotting, and the final resolution, noting the careful integration of long-standing narrative threads. Audiences responded positively to the synthesis of horror, drama, and nostalgic elements, confirming Stranger Things' position as a landmark in contemporary television. Episodes are further enriched by their attention to interpersonal dynamics and subtle character development. Scenes often juxtapose the extraordinary with the mundane, demonstrating how ordinary human emotions persist amidst supernatural chaos. Moments of humor, vulnerability, and camaraderie provide relief from suspense while reinforcing thematic cohesion. For example, the interactions between Dustin and Steve illustrate both strategic problem-solving and personal growth, blending levity with critical narrative function. Erica's bravery and wit highlight how minor characters can drive pivotal plot points, while Nancy and Jonathan provide investigative depth that links personal stakes to broader narrative outcomes. Each episode integrates these elements with visual, auditory, and symbolic storytelling, creating a layered and immersive experience. The balance between character-driven moments, mythology exploration, and suspenseful action sequences ensures that the narrative remains cohesive and compelling from the first frame to the climactic finale. The final moments of the season serve not only as a narrative resolution but also as an emotional and symbolic closure for the series. Eleven's triumph over Vecna reflects her personal journey of empowerment and resilience, while ensemble collaboration emphasizes the importance of friendship, loyalty, and collective courage. Hawkins is depicted as returning to relative normalcy, yet the narrative acknowledges the lasting effects of the Upside Down's incursions, reinforcing the series' themes of trauma, recovery, and growth. Symbolic motifs introduced throughout the season are resolved or transformed, providing continuity and thematic resonance. Music, cinematography, and sound design converge to enhance emotional impact, creating a finale that is both visually and emotionally compelling. Minor characters' contributions are acknowledged, emphasizing the ensemble nature of the story and the interconnectedness of personal and collective action. The conclusion provides a sense of closure while leaving the narrative world sufficiently expansive for potential spin-offs or future storytelling, maintaining the series' cultural and narrative legacy. By integrating complex mythology, intricate character development, high-quality production, immersive sound and visual design, thematic depth, and participatory fan engagement, Stranger Things Season 5 achieves a comprehensive and satisfying conclusion. The season demonstrates how a television series can combine suspense, emotional resonance, cultural nostalgia, and narrative complexity to create a multidimensional experience. Through the culmination of individual arcs, ensemble dynamics, and overarching narrative threads, the series delivers both dramatic tension and emotional closure. Its cultural impact is evident in fan engagement, critical reception, and global viewership, confirming Stranger Things as a defining series of the 21st century. Season 5 not only resolves long-standing mysteries but also celebrates the characters, their growth, and the imaginative universe the Duffer Brothers and their team have created, leaving a lasting legacy for audiences worldwide.